Videogame Memories, number 13, by Laith Preston. Brought to you by writingsofdan.blogspot.com.
Thinking back, I have a hard time placing what the first video game was I played. Computer games of one form or another have been part of my life for so long that it's hard to pick out when we first met. Considering this, many happy memories float to the surface of my mind. I remember many hours spent with Mom, waiting at the Kansas City airport for Dad's flight to arrive, as I mastered the intricacies of a little hopping guy and a snake. To my recollection, I got fairly good at Q Bert in those days. In my mind, this wonderfully addictive game endures as one of the great early games. Then the next machine over was Joust. I never really got Joust. I mean, seriously, ostriches? What kind of messed up world do the soldiers ride around on freaking ostriches? Then I spent years in a close relationship with a console. It all started with a stick, a big red button, and a triangle. Yes, I'm talking about asteroids on the Atari 2600. I remember spending many hours in my elementary and middle school years playing games on this venerable system. Pitfall, Zaxxon, River Raid. Ah, the memories. Yes, even Pong. Then in 1998 I was introduced to what would become my new love, the personal computer. I wrote my first program on a good old gray box TRS-80. Ah, the trash 80. Many games, many good times, on one PC or another. Many, many failed attempts to write game programs in BASIC. But the path of my future was set in these early days. When others were spending time engaged in Mortal Kombat, I was far more likely to be spending time wandering around the world of Myst, or dialed into one BBS or another playing various text-based games. In my college days, in an attempt to relieve class-related stresses, I got back to the basics with various roguelike games, and my favorite, harking back to my gaming origins, the Asteroids update for the Mac, Maelstrom. My wife can tell you I probably spent way too much time on these. Nowadays I don't spend nearly as much time on games as I used to. I've got a Wii, but mostly it's used for Netflix streaming or my daughters playing their own games. Ah yes, the gaming circle of life is complete as I pass the torch to the new generation.
Laith Preston is a voracious reader, aspiring writer, and jack of many trades. When he is not at his day job as a web application developer, he can be found wasting way too much time on various pastimes in Des Moines, Iowa, with his wife, 3 kids, and the cat. You can find his aimless meanderings at his blog, laith.wordpress.com. That's laith.wordpress.com. Thanks for listening.